Well, now let's go live out to the Bass Pro Archery Museum.
Tom, what are you guys up to out there?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm up to. I'm finding out a lot about archery, and this is the place to do it. Dave is with me, and first of all, Dave, thanks for welcoming us to the museum. This is great.
Well, I'm glad you came by.
This is a little, you might say, almost hidden gem that's right here in Bass Pro Shops.
Well, I mean, we do have it on Facebook, and there's a website for it, so, you know, a lot of people do realize it's here.
I do understand that, you know, but it's one of those things, well, the numbers kind of prove it out. How many visitors did you have, for instance, here at the museum last year?
Well, just in this side alone, we had close to 180,000 just in the archery hall.
Right.
But all total, there was, between both the museums, was over 200,000.
So you have the firearms and
Right.
the archery.
Right.
Give me the history. What is this here for? How did it come to be?
The Archery Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Okay, well, if you look at the wall, now the Archery Hall of Fame is kind of like people think, well, what's that? Well, if you know what a baseball Hall of Fame is,
Right.
if you know what a football Hall of Fame is, it's the same concept. This is one of a kind. It's the only one in the United States. And it actually came about with a group of professional archers sitting around the table during a tournament in Michigan in 1969.
Okay.
And they just kind of were throwing out some thoughts and thought, you know, why don't we have an Archery Hall of Fame like they've got a baseball or a football?
Of course.
In 1971, after, you know, a lot of negotiating and pushing things around, it came into fruition.
Yeah.
And in 1972, if you look at the panel there, the class of 1972, that was the first induction in the Archery Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And those individuals right there, as a matter of fact, there is actually a woman on there,
Yeah.
along with Fred Bear and Ben Pearson and Howard Hill. A lot of people know those names.
Yes. Yes. And it just goes on and on
It
into modern years.
Yes. Well, they tried to set these induction ceremonies up that people are elected.
Right.
They're nominated, they're elected to go in. There's various criteria. But it's been going on now since 1972, every 2 to 3 years. And this coming May,
Yeah.
we will have our 32nd induction ceremony.
That's something. And unless people think, yes, you have the memorials here of all these people who have been so important to archery, and there is education, but also you have artifacts galore for people to take a look at.
Right. That's why it's called the Archery Hall of Fame and Museum.
And museum.
And-
Give me some for instances of what people might see here at the museum.
Okay. Well, most people, maybe people my age, but even younger people will know they've heard of Fred Bear. They've heard of Ben Pearson, Howard Hill. We do have artifacts of Fred Bear. We've got his bows. We've got some of his animals that he took over the years.
Yeah.
Hollis Allen, for example, right just a few miles from here in Billings, we've got his original compound bow here.
And we're going to take a look at that in just a little bit. But I mean, I'm seeing, as I'm looking through here, it's just so many different artifacts. If you think archery is one thing, you're going to find the history of archery will tell you a whole different time span and a whole different idea of where archery came from, I would imagine.
Exactly.
Now, what days are you open, times are you open here?
Okay, we're open 7 days a week. We're open from 8 to 8, Monday through Saturday, and then 9 to 7 on Sundays. Now, that's the winter hours.
Right.
Now, as we progress into the summertime, it's 8 to 9, and then 9 to 8 during the summer months.
And one other thing, because we're going to take a look at some of the artifacts in just a little bit, but one other thing, how important is archery to the state of Missouri?
Well, it's very important. It is now the national sport of Missouri. So in 2022, there was a House Bill 1675 passed that made, and it was pushed by Representative Tim Taylor, that made archery the sport of Missouri.
So people think that it's angling, if they think that it's baseball or it's archery. And in a little bit, we're going to come back and look at some of these artifacts. Right now, back to you.
Thanks so much, Tom.